ladies and gentlemen, Gary Moore.
Somewhere in Macbeth, if I'm remembering correctly, Shakespeare says, "Your face is as a book where men may read strange matters." Your face is like a book where men may read strange matters. Well, our first guest has taken that quote to heart. He claims that the configuration and the features of your face can tell a great deal about your past, your present, and your future. He is a physiognomist, or other words, he is a face reader. And we'll meet him as soon as we see some familiar faces on our panel here on To Tell the Truth.
Nipsey Russell. Kitty Carlisle. Bill Cullen. And Peggy Cash.
All righty. Any of you familiar with that quote that I made at the front up there from Macbeth, which is, your face is, what does it say here? Your face is a book where men may read strange matters.
Well, for heaven's
No,
sake.
I heard one similar that says beauty is only skin deep but ugly is to the bone.
Latter-day Shakespeare. Well, now let us meet a physiognomist, a face reader.
Number one, what is your name, please?
My name is Timothy Ma.
Number two.
My name's Timothy Ma.
Number three.
My name is Timothy Marr.
And here are the facial phrases of Timothy Marr. He says, "I, Timothy T. Marr, hereby state that your face is your fortune. I have written a book called Face Reading, and in it I outline the basic points of the ancient Chinese art of physiognomy. A face not only shows individual character, but is a veritable map of a person's past, present, and future. The shape of the face, the individual features, lines, wrinkles, moles, birthmarks, all have meanings by themselves and collectively." Now, take a look at this numbered chart of a human face. Each number stands for that particular year in the life of a person. Now, let me show you what I mean if I can. Here is the face of Abraham Lincoln. Do you see the mole on the right side straddling the line between the nose and the mouth?
Yeah.
That mole is located in the position of number 57 on the face reading chart. Its position indicates that Lincoln would be dead by his 57th year, which indeed he was. After my true identity is revealed, I will read the face of one member of the To Tell the Truth panel. Signed, Timothy T. Marr. Oh, now, that is something, face reading. Nothing like curling up in bed with a good face. We'll be right back, friends.
Summer fun means one thing. It's time to visibly say goodbye to crow's feet, fine lines, wrinkles, and under-eye bags, and say hello to smooth, beautiful, younger-looking skin with Plexiderm.
This isn't the first time I've been on TV raving about this product. It's amazing. My friends, my family, they can't believe it. Nothing works like this.
Try our summertime special and get it for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Yeah, dude, that doesn't look good.
I know what to do. I'm going to cashnetusa.com. I can apply in minutes, and if approved, I can have the money as soon as the same business day.
Go to cashnetusa.com to apply for the money you need.
Did you know Sling has your favorite news programs for just $40 a month?
My favorite news for just $40 a month?
My favorite news for just $40 a month?
News for $40 a month. Sling lets you do that.
Across from us, we have three distinguished-looking gentlemen, all of whom claim to be Timothy T. Marr, a man who can read faces. And let's start the questioning, please, with Peggy Cass. Why not?
Thank you. Number three, is this sort of like the science of phrenology?
You cannot classify as a science, but it is based on many thousands of years of experience.
Thank you. Well, now, number one, what about when a baby is born? A baby doesn't have moles and wrinkles and lines and freckles, so how are you going to tell what's going to happen to a baby?
Well, actually, all babies are already born with their features.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, a mole isn't exactly a feature.
Well,
I mean, if a baby was born with a mole like that, you'd walk it off at the doctor's, right?
Well, we have the viewpoint saying that everything that, the minute the child is born, he has his fate already born with him.
Thank you. Well, now, number two, would a lady fool you by having her face lifted?
Well, I can always detect that.
Yeah, I know.
So
you can't tell what it was like before.
It doesn't make any difference.
You can tell
affecting her destiny.
Yes. It's very scary.
Thank you, Peggy. We're going down to Nipsey, please.
Number three, in your affidavit, it refers to this as an ancient Chinese science. Are you Chinese or Japanese?
Chinese.
You're Chinese?
Right.
All right, then answer me this. I've been told that I have a very prominent chin line, and this indicates a certain characteristic. Does it mean anything to a...
It does. You do have a very nice chin.
Does it?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I would throw you a kiss, but there's a little talk going around about me now. Now, do you, number one, do you go along with the fact that a certain racial strain will have a dominant feature, a particular size and shape to the head, a particular prominence of the cheekbones?
We take everything into consideration. For instance, we have 5 different shapes of head that we look at, and every different head has a different meaning to us.
So there you go, and Kitty Carlisle, please.
Well, to follow along with Nipsey's question, number two, there are certain racial characteristics in terms of the conformation of the head. Do all these people have the same destiny?
I would say yes, but we do take into consideration, different races.
I see. Number three, you believe then in predetermination?
Yes, we do.
Number three?
Yes, I do.
Number two, for instance, supposing I had a bad habit, let's say I became a drunkard and my face got out of shape and bloated and stuff. You wouldn't know what I...
protect you.
Oh, thank you. You wouldn't know what I really looked like if you were to read
Well,
my
if
face.
your face has undergone a tremendous change, well, we can usually tell.
You would say I was a bad girl and I drank too much. Number one, when you do this, do you tell people, let's say if you saw a mole like Mr. Lincoln, would you tell someone that they were going to die in their 57th year?
No, we normally don't tell the people the bad news.
Only good news. Well, I hope you do me then.
And let's go, please, to Bill Cullen.
Number two, if Abraham Lincoln had decided in his 54th year, if his wife said, I don't like that mole you got there, and he went and had that mole taken off,
He wouldn't have died.
would he have made it through the Forbes Theater bit, or...
According to the Chinese concept, you can't do anything to it because your destiny has been with you the minute you were born.
So right now, I find anything on my face that by your chart might be a bad sign. If I have it whipped out of there or taken off there, number two, it's not going to help me at all. Is that right?
Well, that all depends how you interpret it. That largely depends on the expertise of the reader.
Number three, why is Nipsey's chin so much better than mine, for instance?
It's not, honey.
Yeah.
Well, he had a first chance.
Yeah.
That's right.
I've seen better
No,
chins.
actually, in the...
Oh, I'll never know.
You'll never know.
never
Because
know.
a little bell rang, and when a
You
little
don't
bell
care
rings,
now, huh?
that means you take your little crayons, and you mark down a number, and you mark down a number 1, or a number 2, or a number 3. And
I'm going to the purple, honey.
Mm-hmm. Like Slotomania, the #1 free slots game?
Yeah.
Now it presents the new Let's Make a Deal slot with grand jackpots. Enjoy roaming reels with huge coin prizes and get 60 free spins. Slotomania presents the new Let's Make a Deal slot. Download Slotomania now and get 60 free spins.
You're their favorite aunt.
So we decided if anything happened to us...
We want you to take the kids. Oh, you guys.
Doesn't count. This is giving me the fuzzies. But What you need is a will. Trust and Will makes it easy. For as low as $199, you can quickly create a state-specific, legally valid document that actually counts. What's cooking?
Twins.
Twins. Start your will at trustandwill.com and make it count.
Look at you. You're doing everything you can to get your blood pressure in check. You're exercising, you're eating right, and now you have SuperBeets Heart Chews by Human on your side too. Paired with a healthy lifestyle, SuperBeets Heart Chews polyphenol compound is 2 times more effective at promoting normal blood pressure, which means more energy, better circulation, and blood pressure support that is easy and convenient. In a leading clinical study, SuperBeets Heart Chews polyphenol compound was shown nearly 2 times as effective at promoting normal blood pressure as a healthy lifestyle alone. So double your potential with SuperBeets Heart Chews by Human. Just 2 delicious pomegranate berry chews a day support nitric oxide production, healthy blood pressure, blood flow, and heart-healthy energy. Plus, they're plant-based and gluten-free. What are you waiting for? Join the millions of people that have put SuperBeets blood pressure support supplements to the test. Get a free month supply plus free shipping on all bundles at superbeets.com.
We pay $50 for each wrong vote, and we pay $500 to the group if nobody comes up with the right physiognomist. And Peggy starts, please.
Well, I know that everybody thinks it's 2. I just am sure that everybody's going to go for 2, but I'm not. Because when number 1 says we only give him the good news, that sounded professional to me, so I voted for old good news number 1.
All right, you got a 1 going, and Nipsey Russell coming out.
I want you to know it was a struggle with my inner self not to go for number 3, because he said I had a nice chin. But I went for number 2 because he had the bulk of the information. It seemed authoritative.
We got a 1 and a 2, and Kitty Carlisle.
Well, I went for number 2 because he said, which is quite true, in any of this kind of reading, it depends on the expertise of the reader. And so I went for number 2.
A pair of 2s, and Bill Cullen.
I voted for number 2 because it was a number I could put a pimple on better than the rest of them.
Now, Peggy, you predicted quite correctly. You said you knew everybody else was going for 2, and you were going for 1.
Good news.
Independent as always. All right, the votes are in. Will the real Timothy T. Marr, sir, please stand up.
Oh, it's 1. It's 2.
There we go. Mr. Marr, we'll be back to you in a moment. Let us find out about your friends here. Number 1, please. What is your real name? What do you do?
My name is John Sue, and I'm a stockbroker with Oppenheimer & Company.
Hi there. And number 3, admirer of Mr. Russell's chin. What is your real name and what do you do?
My name is Mike Watabe. I'm a sales manager for Northwest Orient Airlines. Here.
Nice to have you here. Mr. Marr, I understand that this business of face reading is a hobby with you. Your professional life is quite a distinguished one. Would you fill us in a little bit?
Well, I've been a diplomat for 20-some years, a professor of history for 15 years, and I'm retired and do a lot of region,
Well, let's get an example of your face reading. I'll tell you what, you and I will join the center, and then what you'll do will give you a chance to get a good look at Bill Cullen just sitting there, and working from the numbers on the face chart, sir, your pointer, I'll give you exactly, or we can only give you exactly 2 minutes to tell us what you will about Bill.
I can tell him in 10 seconds.
Well, Bill has a very interesting face. Well, it's what we call the irregular type. That's 2 sides of the story. On the negative side, he's prone to illnesses and accidents. And that go, those things, they go like a shadow following him throughout his life. And another thing is, on the positive side, he's destined to be famous and rich.
Oh, boy.
Famous anyhow.
He started his career, let's say, I put the age of around 18 or 19. For a few years, he was not satisfied until he found another place. I would say a place much more suited to his talents, because he is very talented, resourceful, and extremely sensitive, in the sense that he reacts very quickly.
There he does.
And he knows what to do, what to get.
Yeah, has to.
And his best years from 31 to 34. I would say that. And he made a name in those 4 years. Now, about the eyes, that's from 35 to 40. They are wonderful, continues to be wonderful, except 37 and 38. That's the pupils here. I think 37, he had some kind of setback, sort of lost his way.
Is that right, Bill?
In a way.
Tell us how he's doing.
I got married
and
at
then,
37.
and then there's another point.
That's
It's
a
46, 47, that's the chins. They don't match very well with your nose. That has the meaning.
Take them back
they
and get
don't
another
match
pair.
very well, you know. That means.
Oh, Dr. Marr, sorry to cut you off, but that's the way it goes. We've learned a lot about Bill, I guess. Thank you, Dr. Marr. I'm not sure I would go along with all of that, but some of it I agree with.
What he said is my best years are behind me. I guess.
What do you do when your cheeks don't match your nose?
Well,
Go and get another set, huh?
Like talking about me, like it says in the front up there. Macbeth said, "Your face is your book." In my case, my nose is a bookmark. Anyhow, friends, where are we going next? Oh yes, our next guest is an adventuresome young lady who crossed the entire United States on horseback, and that sounds like it would be fun to do. Let's wait around and hear about that.
As a gynecologist, I'm embarrassed to say this. We use deodorant on our armpits, and we kind of make women feel bad about body odor that they get on other parts of our body. That's why I created Lumi Whole Body Deodorant for pits, privates, and beyond. It's clinically proven to block odor all day, controls odor for 72 hours. Soap can't do that. And since your pits and privates go everywhere you go, keep them confidently fresher with Lumi. That reassurance is priceless. To learn more, go to lumideo.com.
Most people call leaf filter when their gutters are clogged and they notice one of the many issues that can bring. Well, sometimes it's the smell of mildew when water has seeped into the interior walls, or maybe they've spotted mold in the attic. But most often, it's the more obvious signs of damage, like rotten soffit, fascia, or water pooling near their foundation. You can get ahead of costly damage by protecting your home's gutters today. We're in your neighborhood and ready to help.
Schedule your free gutter inspection today. Call 833-LEAF-FILTER or visit leaffilter.com.
Honey, you were so right. I listed this in less than a minute. I told you listing on Poshmark was quick and easy. Oh, I sold my black tote and my slip dress. Let's go get mani-pedis. Ooh, thanks, Mom. Thanks, Poshmark.
Want extra cash? It's easy with the Poshmark app. Download to start selling today.
I've shaved every day for 20 years. A couple times a week. Just for special occasions. Shaving gets me ready for my day. I feel more confident clean shaven. But I'm tired of overpaying for a close shave. With Harry's, I don't have to. Harry's offers 5-blade closeness and comfort. It's got all the features that I love. And refills cost as low as $2 each. Only half of what I paid before. It's a premium shaving experience without the premium price tag. Go to harrys.com/TV to claim your $5 trial.
Now let us greet our well-traveled horse person. Number one, what is your name, please?
My name is Diana Sidoritis.
Number two.
My name is Diana Sidoritis.
Number three.
My name is Diana Sidoritis.
As you can see, they come in all sizes. Now, here is the equestrian travelogue of Diana Sidoritis. Says here, I, Diana Sidoritis, rode all the way across the United States on horseback in the company of two friends. The journey began in New York and ended 5 months and 3,400 miles later in California. It was a wonderful way to see the country and meet people, but we did have some scary adventures. For instance, one time we were riding the edge of railroad tracks and a train came suddenly around the bend. Sally got thrown off her horse and I actually brushed against the moving train. About half the time we camped out. The rest of the time we did such chores as cleaning pig barns, painting fences, and hauling hay to pay for lodging with hospitable families. We slept on living room floors, in hay lofts, and once in the kitchen of a firehouse. Everyone was so kind that I believe it is really true that a stranger is just a friend you haven't met. Signed, Diana Sidoritis. And as soon as number 2 gets up on her mount and pulls in, there you go. Let us turn you over to Nipsey Russell, please.
Number 2, are you a very cute little child or a very precocious little lady?
What do you mean by precocious?
That's all right. That answers my question. Number 3, did you use the same horse or did you go Pony Express style, changing horses?
I used the same horse.
All the way?
Yes.
Number 1, how far would you ride a horse in one day?
About 30 miles.
Did you or the horse become sore or weary for that much riding each day, or did you ride each day? Number 1 still.
We rode each day and you didn't get sore.
Number 2, where did you stable or stall or keep your horses at night if going through cities?
Well, mainly fields or backyards sometimes.
I see.
Thank you. Let's go on, please, to Kitty.
It's fantastic. Number 3, how many times did you have to re-shoe your horse?
Once a month.
Is that all?
Yes.
And number 2, you can ride a horse that far, one horse?
Yes.
You can. Number 1, where did you find feed for your horse, let's say, around large cities? That I'm sure you had to go through some large cities, didn't you?
We went through large cities, but we went through them in a day, so we grazed our horses in pastures.
Outside the city. Mm-hmm. Number 2, can you just graze a horse for a trip like that on just grass? Don't you have to give him oats and things?
Well, he can live on grass.
He can?
Yes.
Number 3, how much weight did you lose? Did your horse lose on this trip?
None at all.
None at all. Number 2.
And on to Bill Cullen.
Number 1, you're in New York, let us say. Your trip was from New York to California, I believe, and you want to start the trip. Now, where in New York did you start from? Did you start in Manhattan or?
No, we left from Morrisville, New York.
Now, the first thing you have to do is get across the Hudson River, right?
No, we're in upstate New York, up by Syracuse.
Up above the Hudson River, in
Yes.
other words. Now, what did you do when it came to major arteries, like between New York and Philadelphia, for instance? If I were to go, I take the main highway. What did you look for back roads?
We took all secondary roads.
Number 3, during this trip, did you have a rather, a complete selection of road maps or things like that with you?
Yes, we did carry.
Number 2, when you got lost, and did you go into a gas station and ask how you get to the next place or something like that?
Well, we never got lost.
You never in the whole. Very good.
I believe number 2 never got lost. Let's go to Peggy, please.
Thank you. Number 1, did you ever try to follow trails, horse trails rather than main roads?
There weren't many horse trails to follow.
What about when you got out west?
We didn't. We stuck to the roads.
Thank you. Now, number 3, how much money did you have to spend? It sounds as though you did it sort of El Cheapo, living in people's houses and everything. Did you spend much of your own money on this trip?
Yes, we did. When we started out, we had to pay $500 for a new saddle, a very good saddle, and it ended up about $300 more a piece along the way.
Thank you. Now, number 2, it says that you brushed against the train. Well, if you brushed against the train, your horse must have really gotten clobbered. Is that true?
Yes, except I only brushed against the train for like a second because my horse reared away.
Oh,
so.
That was smart of your horse. I want to know who the 2 friends were.
All right, well, you're going to meet the 2 friends in a little bit. Not before you vote, however, because the bell rang, and you must vote for a number 1, or for a number 2, or for a number 3. And Nipsey, if you have made a decision, I'd like to see what it looks like.
Well, I changed horses in midstream here. I had number 2 in mind for the very simple reason I couldn't imagine why she'd be there unless she really were the one. I don't know if the producers would be that smart. But I wound up with number 3 because she looks youthful and adventurous and might try that kind of thing.
All right, and so we got a 3 sticking out there, and Kitty Carlisle.
Well, I believe that it's number 2 and number 1 and number 3 are the friends or vice versa. And therefore, I voted for 1, 2, 3 with number 2 in the ring.
The accent is on the 2, and so the vote goes to number 2, and there is Bill Cullen coming up.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, right, Kitty.
I never thought of that.
I didn't know that.
It's too late now. So I voted for number 3. I looked at number 3 and I said, if I ever saw a girl who rode across the country on a horse, it's number 3. So I wrote her number down.
All right, and you got a pair of 3s. And Peggy?
Sounds like a movie. Little girl on a horse rearing from a plunging train, or plunging from a rearing train. Sounds good to me. I voted for 2.
You voted for 2. All right. So 2's got a pair and 3 has got a pair. The votes are all in. Now, as was mentioned earlier, Diana was not alone on this cross-country canter. So who better to pick out the real Miss Cedaratis? Sideratus, I'm sorry. Then her two companions, Sally Howell and Debbie Parker. So, girls, if you'll come out and show us who the real Diana Sideratus is, please, just surely you'll remember her after that long trip. No. It's the one in the middle. No. It's what? Well, there's Miss Sideratus. You not only rode across the country, you trampled our panel pretty well, too. $500 worth. Thank you very much, Miss Sideratus. If you'll be seated. Number 2, I'm in love with you. What is your real name and what do you do?
My name is Katie Chester, and I'm in the 4th grade at the Burley School.
You said Katie Chester?
Yeah.
What is your father's name, Katie Chester?
Jerry Chester.
Jerry Chester, who is Executive Vice President of Goodson Todman.
Yeah.
Yeah. And let's get to number 3. Number 3, what is your real name, please, and what do you do?
My name is Barbara Whitney, and I'm in the 11th grade at the Brearley School, and I'm the first girl chairperson of the Acolytes of the Holy Trinity Church on Manhattan.
Now, the girls make a pretty picture standing there, but we'll show you another picture of them on their horses. This is the way they looked, mounted on their steeds, a dashing-looking trio indeed. So, Diana Sideratus and friends, thank you very much, and thank you, imposters. Take care.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, ride your bike.
If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it.
If you're happy and you know it, smile big and bright.
Thousands of kids just like me are happy every day.
And it's all because of generous people like you who support Shriners Hospitals for Children every month.
All you have to do is call the number on your screen or go online to loveshriners.org right now with your monthly gift.
Because of people like you, Shriners Hospitals for Children is able to make an everyday miracle happen for kids like me.
If you're happy and you know it, dance around. If you're happy and you know it, play a song.
If you're happy and you know it, and your face will surely show it.
If you're happy and you know it, take your shot.
And when you call or go online right now to donate $19 a month or more, we'll send you this adorable Love to the Rescue blanket as a thank you and a reminder of all the smiles you're bringing to kids' faces every day.
Will today be the day you send your love to the rescue?
When you call the number on your screen right now and give as little as $19 a month, just 63 cents a day, you'll be making a life-changing difference for a child, just like Sarah.
Your monthly gift today could change your life forever.
Because of you.
We are happy and we know it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please call or go online right now to give. If operators are busy, please wait patiently or go to loveshriners.org right away.
Match game, match game, match game! Prepare yourself for the Man-Eater!
Hate his shirt!
The Swamp Slayer!
Would you like to dive into a waterbed?
The Fancy-Fied Funny Guy!
Big Banana. The Big Banana.
You asked for it, and we got it! More matches than you can shake a blank at!
Show us your garter belt.
A full-throttle 3-hour block of Match Game, Match Game, Match Game!
Blank yourself.
Weekdays at 5 on BUZZR. Let's play!
This is Bill Wendell speaking for To Tell the Truth, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.